Hey everybody, this is Mike with TradeMyGun, and today we're going to go into just a real quick little dive here into the brand new HK Army Apex Pods. So, they just came out with these July 2023, and boy, they made some nice improvements. Here's the old Hostile Pod that you see, the gray one, and then we've got the red, which is the brand new Apex Pod. And what we've got, both of them are still 150 round pods, but there's a bunch of new improvements on this guy. So the first thing I'll show you is when you open it up, it's a real easy quick release lid. You've got a nice little pad here which helps keep the balls tight and you don't have any rattling. So that is really a nice feature. The other thing that you can see is the contoured design. So look how this is just your standard tube. The old Hostile Pod is standard, but on the new Apex, we taper down. So that allows us to get a much better fit in the harness and a much better eject. But the other thing I wanted to show you, there's two other cool features here, is look at the size of this. This has the new Apex has low profile hinges. Just look at the size difference when I line the hinges up. See if you can see that. Oh my gosh. I mean, it is, even with the taper on the end, the lid side is much smaller, which, when you're stacking them up in your harness, is a big deal. The other thing I wanted to show you on the Apex is they've created a thumb guide. So, you pull your harness out, you pull it out, and you're trying to find the lid. Well, it's got a nice guide here for your thumb. So when you're pulling it around, of course you're not looking at it generally, you can feel this guide, run your thumb up, and boom, open it right up. So that's a really cool feature that they did. And the final thing that they did is they added some texturing on the inside of the pod so that this texture allows you to grip it, but yet it doesn't interfere with the ejection from the harness because it never even touches the harness. So the old pod was just kind of standard run-of-the-mill pod. And really the main complaint people had was it was a little bulky and didn't eject out of the harness very well. So they really addressed these different, that issue with the new geometry of this pod. Now, just for your reference, these pods do weigh exactly the same. They're both 0.25 pounds, so the weight hasn't changed. But what I want to show you is I've got a Hostile Pod loaded here and an Apex Pod loaded here. I've got them loaded. This is a HK MagTech harness. I've got them positioned exactly the same inside of this. Now watch this when I eject these. Here's the Apex. We're going to do that first. Look how far it ejects. Now, when I pull the Hostile Pod, look at that. So that right there is why the Apex Pod is far superior to the old Hostile Pod. So upgrade your game, guys. Pods are a huge deal. You've got to have a pod that ejects from your harness well, that you can easily find the lid, pop it off, load your hopper, go out and get some kills. Come to TradeMyGun, check us out. We've got all the colors online. We sell them individually and also a 6-pack for $29.95 delivered to your door. Signing out.